Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions. Thank you again so much for our time together. I know it's been a rough week with the Habagat and the floods and everything, but thank you so much for your faithfulness. I look forward to seeing you in the services today. Right now, I'd like us to come back to the book of Acts chapter 5. Now, what I'm going to teach you today, and probably for the next few days, is going to be what some people really don't want to hear. They're going to say, oh, Pastor, that's religious, or they're going to say, oh, Pastor, that's not walking in love, or Pastor, that's not politically correct, or Pastor, that's not grace. But this is what Paul, inspired by the Holy Spirit, writes to us. He says in verse 9, I have written you in my letter not to associate with sexually immoral people. Not at all meaning the people of the world who are immoral, or the greedy, or swindlers, or idolaters. In that case, you would have to leave the world. But now I am writing to you that you must not associate with anyone who calls himself a brother. They claim to be a Christian, but is sexually immoral, or greedy, an idolater, a slanderer, a drunkard, or a swindler. With such a man do not even eat. Now, what business is that of mine to judge those outside the church? But are you not to judge those inside? God will judge those outside. Expel the wicked man from among you. Now, Paul here is pretty strong. You see, sometimes as Christians, we have such soft hearts and we're trying to help everybody that we don't understand what he says earlier, that a little yeast works through the whole batch of dough, verse 6. You allow a person like that to be a part of the church, and you allow that person into your friendships, and they're a drunkard, and the next thing you know, your young people are drinking. They're sexually immoral, and the next thing you know, the young people, and when you start getting after your children about it, or you start getting after each other about it, but you tolerate them. Now, Paul is pretty clear that among Christianity, we don't get a holier-than-thou attitude, but there are people that we choose as friends. And when we choose our friends, we don't choose to associate with a person who claims to be a Christian but is sexually immoral. We don't choose to hang out with people that claim to be a Christian but they're greedy. We don't choose to hang out with people that claim to be a Christian but they're an idolater, or they're a slanderer, or they're a drunkard, or they're a swindler. We don't hang out with people like that. There are so many wonderful Christians to hang out with. When you choose your friends, when you choose the people that you want to have over to a birthday party, or you want to attend their birthday party, or you want to be friends with, and you want them around your children and your young people, and when you start making choices like that, Paul said, choose wisely.